To bypass an impenetrable fortress, you don't attack the walls. You hide inside a gift and let them carry you right through the front door. Now, imagine applying that exact same strategy not to an ancient city, but to a neighboring country's entire criminal underworld. This is the engine driving Dhurandhar 2, The Revenge. It's a massive box office phenomenon in India right now, built entirely around this premise. The operation relies on an Indian spy named Singh, who has spent years operating deep undercover in hostile territory. Because the most effective way to dismantle a violent hostile empire from the inside is to find its empty throne and sit on it. Jaskirat's journey starts in a prison cell. He's a condemned man facing a death sentence, until he's pulled out by a master intelligence officer and handed a suicide mission. His target is Liari. This is a lawless, terrifying cartel district in Pakistan, operating entirely outside the grip of regular law enforcement. At the end of the first film, the ruthless leader of this syndicate is killed. But instead of extracting himself and returning home, Jaskirat does the unthinkable. He steps up and takes control of the entire gang. He is now the undisputed boss of the very enemy cartel he was sent to observe. He has absolute power in the underworld and absolutely no way out. This sets up an incredibly tense dynamic for the sequel. Jaskirat is the king, but he is completely surrounded by people who would kill him instantly if his cover slipped. He has to juggle 5 distinct threats: heavily armed rival gangs, corrupt local politicians, his own cartel lieutenants, the local police, and an anonymous mastermind pulling the strings. He can't shoot his way out of this. His only path forward is to manipulate them into attacking each other. He has to weaponize their own greed and paranoia. And breathing down his neck the entire time is Major Iqbal. He is a ruthless military intelligence officer who knows there is an Indian mole and is tearing the city apart to find him. To survive, Jaskirat has to be a perfect conductor of chaos, ensuring his enemies destroy themselves before they ever look his way. This is where director Aditya elevates the material through a technique his fans call peak detailing. He takes the standard spy thriller format and injects it with highly classified real-world events. The villains Jaskirat is hunting are direct, barely disguised proxies for actual terrorists and underworld dons. The plot directly references painful moments in recent Indian history that left the public feeling helpless, like the infamous 1999 hijacking of an Indian Airlines plane. It also weaves in the mastermind networks responsible for devastating, large-scale terrorist attacks that struck deep into the heart of Mumbai. Aditya grounds the plot in these specific tragedies, turning a 4-hour action spectacle into a meticulously researched historical hit list brought to life on screen. In the real world, geopolitical justice is incredibly slow. It involves endless diplomatic meetings, closed-door negotiations, and decades of waiting with no clear resolution. Here, the retribution is hyper-competent, calculated, and absolute. This is exactly why millions of people are flocking to theaters. Audiences are buying tickets to watch their national trauma be rewritten on screen. The film operates as a massive psychological release valve. It speaks directly to a population that has been carrying the weight of historical grief for decades. By showing these architects of terror finally facing consequences, the narrative provides a deep collective psychological healing that reality hasn't delivered. The film itself functions as a Trojan horse, delivering a profound session of national therapy through the medium of a high-octane action flick. It gives history the definitive, victorious ending the audience always felt they deserved. The true power of modern blockbuster cinema lies in this restoration of a nation's agency.